Hi, my name is Zedekiah Franklin, and I will be going over a journey of academic improvement for B.F. Terry High School located in Rosenberg, Texas. The demographics of and the school overview of B.F. Terry High School, as we see here, is located on 5500 North Avenue in Rosenberg, Texas. The enrollment is 1,530 students. The graduation rate is 91%, and economic disadvantage would be students are 76.2%, where the English language learners are 23%. A dropout rate has dropped down to 1.7%, and the average SAT score is 871. As we look as we look down here at the student demographics, the school is highly populated of Hispanic students at 77.9%, and then second is African Americans at 11.4%, and white American students at 7.6%, and other nationalities at 3.1%. The vision and mission for BF Terry High School is the vision is that as one team with one goal, we are one family dedicated to it, excellence in education and personal development. We actively engage in dynamic community partnerships and collaborate learning experiences to enhance our students' learning and to build a vibrant, interconnected community. The mission is that at Terry High School, our mission is to provide a high quality and innovative academic growth experience for every student. We strive to empower our students to reach their fullest potential by nurturing critical thinking and creativity. I guess their motto is that every day we prepare our students to be socially responsible leaders. We also inspire greatness, ignite passion, and cultivate leaders with our high expectations. Here are some of the identified challenges that are facing at BF Terry High School. Is that at 55.4% of students were at risk of dropping out. Average SAT score was 871, and a high percentage of English language learners at 23%. Of doing everything, this is where we get to our leadership team roles. This is where we get to who were involved in data analysis. As we see, everybody is involved in data analysis versus the principal who oversees the vision and accountability, assistant principals who monitor instruction and discipline, instructional coaches that support teachers' development, department heads, which also lead curriculum alignment, counselors who addresses students' needs and college readiness, data, uh, the analysis and instructional specialist who interprets performance data. Here we get to our data analysis process, where the use of STAR, SAT, and international benchmark data. This is also where we also understand the disaggregated data by subgroups. We have your subgroups by ELL and economically disadvantaged students. The root causes of this is the analysis sessions with leadership and faculty. And understanding how BF Terry got to from their position from a C campus all the way to a B is that they had to create some goal settings. They and also to understand how they got to one of the schools of improvement is that they had to increase graduation rate to 95%, and also they had to improve the SAT average to 950 points uh, or more. And also, they had to reduce dropout rate below 1% and increase ELL proficiency by 10%. In order for them to have that goal setting, they had to move on to say, okay, what we're going to do, how are we going to put this in place? We have to have an action plan implementation. And so they began to targeted tutoring and intervention programs. They began to have professional development for teachers on ELL strategies, and also they have to have, this is the biggest one for me. I think they had to incorporate and get the parents' engagement incentives. They had to do a lot of getting parents involved, and in order for parents to come involved, they had to give them incentives for students and for parents as well, and college and career readiness and workshops. I believe that this action plan, it had to target how to get more students that one-on-one time, as we say with the targeted tutoring and intervention programs. And then also we had to they had to understand how to get teachers more involved and how to teach ELL strategies for those ELL students, English language learners, and their college and career readiness, preparing those students to move on to college. How can we get students to move on in college? And I believe that they had to incorporate a lot of incentives. They had to incorporate a lot of things to get students more prepared for the next phase of their education life. And so while they were working on their action plan, they had to do what we call monitoring and assessment. They had to do monthly data review meetings, use of formative assessments and progress monitoring tools. So you can only imagine every month they had to review, see how well are students progressing, how are students are doing in order for us to reach our target goals. And they had to use formative assessments each month and progress monitoring tools. They had to see how students are reading on certain levels. They had to see how students are developing in um, in certain in certain content areas, and they had to make adjustments made based on students' performance. So while students were being monitored, they had to see where students were still lacking and also to adjust their performance trends. As you can see, BF Terry High School results as a result of putting their goals, action plan, and monitoring. There were graduation rate improved to 91%, dropout rate reduced to 1.7%, and their increased teacher retention and satisfaction. And this is our references where I was able to retrieve information from the more consolidated ISD on their page and also from BF Terry High School page. Thank you.